This is the greatest piece of content I've ever made on YouTube. Guys, first of all, absolutely thank you to you people and the people that watched that video, because the views are not going to make you like it. That you're going to see the video, you're going to think it's a normal video. But the breakdown, the value that I'm going to get out of that video is absolutely insane, which was the previous video I made, was about how I'm booking calls with YouTube with my entire funnel using IG and X as well. So let me break this down. The reason why the video was so good is not because of the likes, it was not because of the views, but it was the ratio. Under 24 hours, the video only had 8 views, but the likes were 6, 2 comments, and 1 sub from a single YouTube video. To get a 1 sub previously, I had to do at least like 3 videos a week to kind of get that number going. And sometime, but this video, it doesn't matter. Even if it has 100 views, it wouldn't be impressive, but it's the ratio. Look, only 8 views. Only 8 views. Here it's 12 because I clicked on it a bunch of times. But here you can see 6 likes, which is absolutely absurd for a video that small, and also 2 comments and 1 subscriber, which shows the quality that I put out in that video. Let me show you. The quality of the type of video which makes clients is these types of video which I posted yesterday. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend watching, because it's one of the best videos I've made. But first, I would highly recommend watch this, because you'll understand, and then you'll have a different perspective watching that video. That's why I wanted to make it, so that even if people who watch that video right now, they'll have this sort of my thinking pattern, and then they can go apply that. So let me tell you this. Here are 3 things which I learned which makes converting content and actually gets you clients. I know that video is going to book me a bunch of calls. Like, I just know it from the start. Now, first, using ton of real life examples to talk about a specific point. Now, here I want to talk about value and giving free value. So I took an example of Mercedes and BMW. What did that kind of example make? It made you click in your mind. It provided you a complete satisfactory example which ingrained in your mind. Because if you can use, every time you're going to think of a rental car, you're going to think of rental BMWs, or like your BMW getting wrecked, you're going to think of my example. And this is the thing that I'm going to use from right now, which is these cognition patterns, which is these real life examples which you're going to say day-to-day life. When you see an apple, you always know the saying that an apple day keeps the doctor away. Why is that? Because that's ingrained in your mind. That's like something which you can see physically right here, right now, and the example also being presented right then and there. And this creates this sort of like this connection in your brain, which is so, like, every single time you're going to see that piece of content or that piece of material, you're going to think about what you heard or what you thought about that particular thing. So here I gave the example out that if you got your BMW wrecked, they will give you a Mercedes out for that period of time till the car gets fixed from the showroom, which shows that Mercedes is charging for this car. But BMW is giving it out for free while they repair your BMW, which creates an insane amount of perception for the car itself. For BMW itself, BMW is now 100x higher than the other one. And this is the same way. So every single time using these real life examples, it makes a complete click in your mind, causing you to watch the video either again or basically remind yourself of the video every single time. So that video is going to have reoccurring viewers again and again. Why is that? Because it had the BMW. Because that video is going to roam around your head now, because I gave us such an illustrative example of it. Now, second point, which was showing results and actual results that were made in the video. Here's another one, which was 9.8K payment made by the client, full payment, best month ever, September. But like, showing these type of results will make you agree with me, and also I will have the authority while I'm talking in the video. From whatever I say now point from on, you guys will respect me more because I have done it, because I have the results. And this is what you guys need to do. The reason why I'm able to talk so confidently is because I have the results to back it. And now the third point, which is giving people actionables and things that they can apply today. Now, this is literally me saying this to you right now, is an actionable, explaining why you should do something and how you can do it. So I showed you the example of this BMW, right? And I gave you an actionable, which was what? Which was basically to provide any free scripts or whatever you have to the people that provide. My handwriting is still bad, guys. You need to fix that. But basically, you give someone that value which they are looking for in your videos. And this is absolutely crucial, because as soon as you do that, the next problem they come up with, they are going to think of you, which is currently me. So as soon as you give your clients actual value, actual scripts, actual assets, actual SOPs, and it works, they're going to come back to you, which is in the sense is me. So this is what I'm going to do even right now, right here in front of your face. Not like any sort of way. And here, let me do it right now, which I said here. If you guys want a 7-figure inbound business scripts, DM me the word scripts on IG and I'll shoot it over to you. If you guys want the email scraping, the lead scraping, the content prompts, DM me the words prompts and I'll shoot that video over. Value is key, and values run wrong here because that's key. Now, this video which I've made is an entire example of the illustration of how I'm thinking. The reason why I'm so excited because I'm thinking right now as I'm speaking to you. This entire chart I made it in like 15 minutes. Why is that? Because I was reanalyzing my own content, and the biggest takeaway I can give is seeing what's working. Like seeing the actual results of what is going to work and then doing it. Then literally applying it and just running it over and over again. It's literally riding like a bicycle. That's the greatest thing I've had. Running a business like running a bicycle. You fail a bunch of times, you fall over again and again and again, but in the end you make it. And one more crucial point which I had to make was that you guys need to not show your lifestyle. You don't need to show your like this entire spending 500k and making all that stuff if you have the right value. The reason why Alex Hormozi doesn't need to flex all the time is because that guy gives a lot of value. The reason why Charlie Morgan doesn't have to go out and put a Lambo in front of your face is because he knows his value, because he knows his stuff, and you guys watch it again and again, which causes you to also be afflicted with the point that this guy knows what he's talking about. The person, let me zoom in a little bit. The person who's constantly showing his lifestyle, I'm going to leave it LS, is an idiot because he doesn't know what he's talking about. Is an idiot, which basically, like this scribbly guy, he's dumb. So I don't need to show you guys the watch. I need to show you guys that stuff. I'm in the building myself. I have a lot of backfires. My life is not perfect, right? The point that I'm trying to make with this video is that you guys need to reanalyze your stuff again and again, and the people who are good, and compare it. You need the basics of boxing first before you go ask Mike Tyson the questions. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Before you go off and see the experts do their work, because they're going to do it effortlessly. You're not going to pick the nuances. You're not going to pick the little points which you need to learn, which they have learned from a long time ago, right? My handwriting is so bad today, to be honest. But the entire video, and also I'm going to post a story about it. You guys follow me on IG because you can see it live, how I am using this entire content funnel right in front of your face to use it and perpetuate it on other platforms, on my X, on my IG, because that's what's making me stand out. That's what's making my growth so exponential. The point is that these videos which I am making is not only the surface level. I'm giving the guys the in-depth of like how it's actually working. And I know this video will book me calls. It doesn't matter if it takes a week, 2 weeks. Why is my handwriting so bad today? It's absolutely, it's getting better. Or even 3 weeks. That's it. And this is what you guys need to understand on a basic level. All these guys you see, right? All these big people in the name. You know, I'm not going to name names. They have so much problems going on. But they just keep the show running. That's why they can't show you the deep end level, because it's not fixable in of itself. They're putting fires out every single day when you're running a company. When you're showing that you're getting pips every single day. When you're showing hey, I'm making X, Y, and Z. You boast yourself up, but your delivery is gone. Like, I know so many people, which I can just name on the top of my head because I can talk to them and their competitors. One of the greatest things I've done was my sales job, because I can see the insides of my business and other people's business. So if you guys want to learn from the best, subscribe to this channel, book a call with me, and let's do it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.